Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Sunday. Gotta look, the 9th of April. It's just been a miserable, nasty, pouring down rain day, all day. Kind of a repeat of yesterday. And I think we got some nice weather coming. So I put the 80 weight shock oil in this thing, and seems to, I think I like that. I like it better than the 40. Or did I say 80 weight? I put 60 weight oil in. I had 40 in it. I may have said 60. I don't know. About half brain dead here lately. Been hanging around hiding from the rain all day. But yeah, that was interesting. Got all that apart, and I did some spring adjustments and stuff like that. Just fiddled around there in the house and run over my little obstacles in there. Keeping the dogs, they go run to our bedroom, go sit in our bed. Sasha and Andy do. The rest of them just don't care. Unless I get too close to them. But anyway, I thought I'd start off because I showed you guys the inside of Kelly's F-150. I'll show you what the inside of the old K10 looks like. I've probably done that before, but if not, here we are. Alright, for starters, I got the same Pro Scale lighting module in there as hers, except for all the lights in the body are completely different. The rock lights, they're on, there's two of them over each wheel. And in this one, instead of the Fusion, I have the Axe 2800 kilovolt censored motor. I think they call it the Axe 540L or something like that, if I remember right. But it's a censored motor. You got the power wires, then you got a sensor wire. It's fantastic. It comes with a fan. I've never got this thing even remotely warm, even hauling a trailer around. But it does have an option to plug in a fan. And I just got that in the box that it came with. But another one of those phenomenal hobby wing motors. Oh, it says there, I don't know if you guys can read all that in there. Camera will probably go out of focus before you get there. But it does have a separate speed controller. And same thing, I got the XT60s that the speed controller comes with, converting to Dean's plugs. And this is the pass-through, so that powers up the lighting module. This is basically the power from the battery. So anyway, and I do have the external or the additional BEC battery eliminator circuit on this thing. And it's not necessary with these motors because this one you can adjust up to 8 volts. Where the Fusions are 6 or 7.4. But again, I have the stock transmission shifter and the diff lock solenoids. All three of these solenoids are stock, and Traxxas recommends you keep them at 6 volts, which is fine. I have no issues with them whatsoever. But yeah, so changed the shock oil, and I sit there and fiddled around until I got my sag where I want it. These things are really soft, but when you're sitting there playing with it, like on the counter and stuff like that, it just seems too soft to ride. But in practice, it's absolutely just wonderful. A little body sway to it. It lessened it slightly with the thicker oil. These things can't move as fast. And underneath I got the same. It locks up just like a Fusion. You can't, when that thing, that park, or not park brake, but hill brake or whatever is activated, it locks them up. I have them so you can adjust how quick it applies, but once it does apply, I have it at 100%. But for some reason I can see that better. But you can see there's the panhard bar, and then when all this stuff collapses, the panhard bar hits the top of the differential, and then that all pushes it into that steering horn. that you can see sitting right there. Maybe you can see it. And there's the underbelly pans and the little diff skids, the Pro Line Pro Edge shocks. Absolutely phenomenal shocks. So you got stock, which is the stock shocks, pretty much good for everything. They work perfect. My advice is, unless you want to do, you know, some more serious rock crawling, get something like those Desert Lizards. In this case, 120 millimeter. This comes with 110, and those shocks are set up at 110. They come out of the box at 105, and then they have extension 5 millimeter extensions for the lower mounts, and I put those on to make it the stock 110. But the Desert Lizards, as we explained, you can hold the truck down to a certain point, but yet it still functions fine. But with that, it doesn't make the best trailer, because they tend to be a little rough and they're low to the ground. It's great for the rocks. It just manipulates some things like crazy. But that's really all there is to see. It's a good shot of the servos. You can see the larger cup on the top. That's the BEC hiding inside there, and it has the same, you know, little cap where you can open up, let the thing air out if you think you got it wet, and you can see the power light in there. Oh geez, I thought I turned it off. Sorry about that. Yeah, not supposed to see the light on it right now. Radio's still on, so we're good. But anyway, that's it. Not a whole lot. They don't need a whole lot. And yeah, try that suspension out. First off, if you like them soft and plush and more realistic looking, I'd swap out whatever Traxxas has in there. I think it's 30, but don't quote me on that. And I put 15 weight in my stock shocks, and the thing is perfect, just all around perfect. These just kind of take things to another realistic level. The way the suspension works, the way the body rolls, and the way it moves. You gas it, and the thing, it lifts the front end and squats the rear at the same time. It is a scale look beyond no other. But this was those mode lights when you guys see me sneaking my finger underneath there, and I can turn the different modes without using my phone app. You can switch the modes. Modes is whatever all you got in there. It's like 3 on this. I think it's on, or it's off, then it's on low beams, on high beams, which in this case turns on my roll bar lights. And then you can use the app to make it ignore other things. It's a really cool app. Well, that's a whole nother video going over that thing. I'm sure there's probably 100 people that's already discussed it, but top-notch Traxxas. I mean, over the top, unnecessary to be that cool. Got telemetry, all kinds of different things. You can add different telemetry, like your the heat of your motor, and I forget what all things it's got for a GPS mount, dongle thing that tells you how fast the truck's going, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. But you gotta be careful. Some of those may be getting eliminated when you go brushless, but I'm not certain on that. I think most of it's being controlled, you know, because it's got an IMU inside the receiver inside there, and that's stock. Anyway, we'll show and tell first thing here. I'll show you inside. That's the distributor block. I couldn't remember what to call it yesterday. There's where that cable is that plugs in. All the lights fit in there, just factory. It's like you're putting a factory accessory on something. I mean, the best of quality. There's no corners cut. That 2800 kilowatt battery, or a motor, is kind of overkill for this thing. and I wouldn't spend that much for another one because the Fusion Pro 2300 kilovolt is perfectly fine. But you put a 3-cell battery in this thing, and it goes frighteningly fast for a stock geared, even with 1.9. So now you've even lowered the gears yet. You know, the gearing's set for those big old clown shoe looking 2.2s. But I don't know how fast to go with that. Probably frightening. You put a fresh 3-cell battery in this thing, and you better turn that TSM, Traxxas Stability Management thing. I can tell you from first-hand experience, and I had a 2-cell battery in it that time. That Axe motor it's overkill. I'll just do a little quick scooting around here and just let y'all watch. Or as good as I can do this, holding the camera off the end of a pole. Dang, that's close. So much fun. So entertaining. I spent so much time working, and it takes me forever because the shocks have to be bled perfect. So I drive myself nuts messing with the dadgum thing. Got some dust on her. She is one good looking truck. This thing and that Ford are something else. Holy moly. Just gotta love them. But I think on that, I'm gonna conclude my goofing around out here in the pit. A little small pit. It's funny, Kel and I are constantly talking about all the things we're going to do, but, you know, all this stuff happened on the 30th? Yeah, 30th. Yeah, isn't that cool? Kind of life-altering. We'll get by it. I'm, like, noticeably feel better every day, it seems like. And keeping these things, keeping my mind off of anything weird is also a very good thing, because I sure do enjoy them. It just gives you that crazy pleasure. Like I keep harping on you, but you guys know that have them. I love your comments. You guys are awesome, and emails and everything you guys are sending me. Too cool. Well, anyway, I'm getting cold out here, even though it's like 54. I'm just standing here in some pajama bottoms and just a little thin shirt and a Carhartt. It's a work one. It's not one of the ones that for keeping you warm. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out while I'm talking about the RC trucks, especially the rock crawling G10, the F-150, and the other ones. But it's what we've been talking about the last 2 days, so well, I appreciate it. Hang on tight here. I'll get Mama. We'll do a goodbye. Well, hello there, you two. Having to do the goodbye on the porch because the rain still ain't ever stopped.
Nope. Nasty wet.
Yeah.
Easter.
Man, yeah. Oh, I forgot to say Happy Easter at the beginning of the vlog.
For shame.
Yeah. My mind was somewhere else, and that was it.
Yep.
So I apologize. Happy Easter, everyone. It was a very quiet Easter for us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Very quiet week. Very. Well, I guess I started the end of the week prior, but kind of spooky. I still can't get my heart rates high. I even had one today. It was 162 over 101 or something. And then the last time I checked, it was a 148 over 90.
Just
but
take time.
Yeah, the doctor, she said, just stick with it. Don't panic. It's going to take a week or two. Just don't miss or skip your medication ever. And the other things I'm supposed to do, you know, the diet and stuff. So we're sticking with it.
Yeah.
It's getting better every day. So I'm going to risk going to work tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and we're going to end it today.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Monday or Tuesday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Driving in the rain, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye now.